wanted to do.
Most people think Michael and Debbie's relationship was very short-term. Actually, they met over 22 years ago.
Was it intense, bam? No, it was over time. It was over time. I think it was 18 years, 17, 18 years that I knew him when I had Prince.
In that time, they've gone on some very unusual outings, often with Michael in disguise.
Yeah, he'd call, what are you doing? Nothing, what are you doing? When I go to the video, yeah. You know, we'd sneak out without security. We got caught. I was, oh my God, this is like a Beatles film. We're getting chased by people. We'd have to call security and they'd bail us out. But yeah, we'd go out and do stuff.
So you'd go out
sneak him into premieres and things. Yeah, we had a good time. We had a good time. He's always a lot of fun.
When did Michael start talking about wanting to have kids? Was this when he was still with Lisa Marie, or?
No, they had broken up, and I was trying to console him because he was really upset, and he was upset that he said he really wanted to be a dad, and I said, so be a dad. And he looked at me puzzled, and I said, let me do this. I want to do this. You've been so good to me. You're such a great friend. Please let me do this. I said, you need to be a dad. I want to do this. And no. I nagged him into it, if you will.
She's a wonderful person, too.
She knew that Michael Jackson loves children.
Yeah.
And she knew that Michael Jackson wanted children.
That's why.
And she was...
You need to be a daddy.
Right. She said you needed to be a daddy. More than she needed to be a mother.
Yeah. She wanted to do that for me as a present.
And if you're talking about romance, maybe then, if you want to have a marker, if that makes you and the rest of America feel that they need a marker, then you could probably use that.
Once Debbie's pregnancy became common knowledge, the tabloid world had one burning question. Did they or didn't they?
The first two crystal parents from Debbie, which was natural conception.
You had sex with Debbie?
Yes.
I know that's difficult for me to say because you're so embarrassed. But you actually had sex with her. You conceived those children.
Yes.
From the first moment Debbie learned she was pregnant, Michael warned her of what was to come.
He said, you don't know what they can do. And I said, oh, Michael, come on. We're having a baby. Normal people have babies. We're having a baby. Come on. How can that be weird? We're having a kid. If anything, that's beautiful. That's wonderful. It's great. Boy, was I wrong. I found out at one point a picture of me pregnant was worth $500,000. To who and why? Have they never, ever seen someone pregnant before? Am I supposed to look different pregnant because it's Michael's baby than someone else?
As you've heard, the decision to have Michael's child was easy for Debbie. The actual birth was another matter.
And we were very excited. Michael was definitely more excited than I was. You know, he was so excited when we had a contraction. And he was there. We had videos, we had music, you know. And it was long. It was 23 hours. And I have a very colorful language. And every time I went to say something, Michael would cut me off with shoot or fudge.
Oh, he doesn't like cursing.
Or he didn't think it was necessary when there were other words would do. So, but he was there the whole time, held my hand, stroked my head. I think I puked once, and I was so embarrassed, and he was like, stop, you're fine. This is beautiful, this is wonderful. I said, I'm gonna die. No, you're not gonna die, this is great. Okay, we're crowning, you know, and Michael, bam, he's right there. And he goes, oh my God, this is so beautiful. Now, having come from a medical background, there is no way, blood and stuff, there's no way, it can't, sorry. I don't come from that background. It's like, Michael, it can't be that beautiful. Oh, he was welling up. And then his son was born. And the look on his face. Talk amongst yourselves. I'd never seen him that happy. And that's what made it wonderful for me, was to see the look on his face.
The birth of Prince Michael was soon followed by a sister, Paris.
Yeah, we were kind of told we should wait. You know, I guess there's a suggested waiting time. But I was flying to Paris all the time. It's actually how she got her name. That's where she was conceived.
Do you not think, though, that your children would benefit from contact with their mother?
No, because she doesn't. It's private information. She doesn't. She can't handle it.
She can't handle her own children?
Yes, I can't reveal that because I don't want to make anybody upset.
While Michael may seem reluctant to discuss Debbie's absence from their children, Debbie had no reluctance whatsoever.
People don't understand that. And they want a traditional, they think that something has to be traditional, and they have this notion of beaver cleaver. That wasn't reality in the 50s, and that's not reality, in the 21st century. We have a non-traditional family, and if it makes people uncomfortable, it's a shame that they're not more open. We are a family unit. Michael and I will always be connected with the kids. I will always be there for him. I will always be there for the children. And people make remarks, oh, I can't believe she left her children. Left them? I left my children? I did not leave my children. My children are with their father, where they're supposed to be.
She preferred them to be with me than with her.
So, this mother carries both children for 9 months in her body, and she gives birth to them, and she prefers that they have nothing to do with her.
Split up because they got to a point where I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with the fact I couldn't go to the grocery store. For 2 reasons. 1, I'd get followed. 2, I'd have to look at crap on the newsstands that are right at the register as you go out that wasn't true. I wasn't used to it. I like doing things for myself. Michael's more than generous. He said, we don't have to go to the grocery store. But I want to. I really want to. I want to go back to what I can go back to. That was what I was used to. That's where I'm comfortable. Doing this is very uncomfortable for me. Talking about these things is extremely uncomfortable for me.
But it's hard when you're an entertainer, It's hard to have a marriage and, one day I'll be married again, but it's too soon. I went through 2 tough divorces. So I'm married to my fans. I'm married to God. I'm married to my children. I'm married to life.
Coming up, the notorious incident that had the whole world talking.
And it happens for like 2 seconds, but when it gets on the news, we slow it down.
Michael's mother reveals what it was like to grow up in the Jackson 5.
Joseph didn't beat him or anything like that. We just disciplined him out of love.
And we find out why Bubbles had to go.
Because since they get to an age like teenage kids do, where they want to challenge their parents.
All when we return to the Michael Jackson interview.